Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. So in this video today, we are going to discuss a very interesting topic. So we'll be talking about how much it will cost you overall to become a PMP certified project manager. So we would not only focus on the actual cost of the PMP exam as listed by PMI, which you can see here, but we'll try to look at the overall cost of the entire PMP certification process, which you most likely would incur if you are a PMP aspirant and you are planning to write the PMP exam. For example, we would talk about the costs for textbooks, online courses, mock simulators, exam logistics, etc., which you need to plan for as a part of your overall costs to become PMP certified. I'm sure that this is a very common frequently asked question for many PMP aspirants like you when they are about to start the exam preparation. So without wasting much time, please give this video a like and let's get the discussion started. Okay, so let's approach this issue statement as a project manager. It will definitely be a very fun way of learning. Let us assume that you are a project manager and your sponsor wants you to develop a cost estimate of the entire PMP exam process to become a PMP certified project manager. Now, as a prudent project manager, let's assume this project PMP certification process as a waterfall project, and we'll be using the 3-point estimation technique after breaking down the project into its phases. Okay, so what is the first phase of a waterfall type project? It is initiation, right? So let's brainstorm the cost estimates for all the activities which may come up during the initiation stage of your PMP certification process. Number 1, it would be understanding the exam structure, right? Number 2, gathering know-how about the process of the exam. Thirdly, it will be checking the eligibility criteria for the exam, and that you can consider as being the project feasibility of your PMP exam certification process. And finally, it will be kicking off your exam preparation. Now, realistically guys, all this information is readily available on the internet and social media. So it's sensible to assume that there will be no costs incurred during this phase. Now, let's move on. The planning phase of your PMP exam certification process. This is the phase where you create your PMP exam study plan and you also arrange for the various resources that you will be requiring across the entire journey of your certification process. Now, once we have brainstormed the key activities that you need to perform during the planning phase of your certification process, there will be the PMI membership fee. This is necessary to explore the various library resources and white papers of PMI during your exam preparation. It is $129 US with a $10 service charge on top of that. Next, let's assume that you purchase a textbook. At this stage, you can choose to purchase Rita Mulcahy's 10th edition, which would be about 75 to 85 USD, or you can choose to purchase Andrew Ramadhal's PMP Exam Prep Simplified textbook, which would be around 60 to 70 USD. So we populate our table accordingly with the 3-point estimates. Now practically guys, you don't need more than these resources during the planning stage of your PMP exam. Mind that this PMI membership will provide you access to PMBOK 6, PMBOK 7, Agile Practice Guide and the Process Group Practice Guide, all for free, okay? So you do not incur any additional costs for these books during the planning stage of your PMP exam preparation. Now let's move on to the execution stage. Now here in the execution stage, there are 2 critical activities that you need to perform. Firstly, you need to book the exam date for your PMP exam, right? And next, you need to register for a 35 PDU online or a instructor-led course, which will provide you the required 35 professional development units which you need as a part of your eligibility criteria for the PMP exam. Now, if we talk about the exam fees, it's quite straightforward, okay? Since during the initiation stage, you have already purchased the PMI membership, the cost to book the exam for you will be $405 US. Now, if you don't want to become a PMI member, the cost of the exam will be 555 USD, which is about $11 more than the fee as a PMI member. So I always recommend that you avail the PMI membership at least for 1 year, which will include the entire time frame that you need to pass the PMP certification exam, at least with 2 or maximum of 3 attempts. Next, let's move on to the cost associated to get the 35 PDUs for your PMP exam eligibility. Now, when it comes to this topic, guys, there is a broad spectrum which you need to consider while estimating the costs for this. If you want to be cost effective and you have enough self-discipline and accountability, you can register for the 35 PDU self-learning courses that are available on Udemy. Of course, there is my own 35 PDU course on Udemy, which is very highly rated amongst the students, and many PMP aspirants like you have passed their PMP exam with the help of this course. So you can definitely check that out. However, there are other instructors as well on Udemy whose courses are also well designed. You choose what works best for you, okay? But net, you will not end up spending more than 20 to 25 USDs on one of these courses on Udemy. So surely they are very affordable. The only catch is, since these courses are pre-recorded, you need to have a rigorous self-discipline and accountability to make the best use of these courses during your exam preparation. And of course, during the self-learning process, if you have any questions or doubts, Udemy has a good Q&A forum through which you can reach out to the instructors to clarify your doubts. Now, coming back to our cost spectrum, if we assess this mid-region of the spectrum, you will find some instructor-led courses in the range of $300 to $600. So they are PMP authorized training providers who provide their own personal classes for the exam. They are a mix of live and recorded sessions, so it's a bit different from Udemy, and some of these instructors do offer live doubt clearing sessions as well. Next, if we move towards the higher side of the spectrum, there are 100% live instructor-led courses offered by organizations such as Simplilearn, Knowledge Hut, Edureka, or EduHubSpot. These are virtual instructor-led courses from the range of $700 to $1,000 US. You might need to check the exact prices in your region, but this is more or less the broad range of fees which these organizations charge. Now, if you have your company sponsoring your PMP certification program, these might make sense, okay? However, I feel that for most of us, it is a huge financial commitment and also a commitment of time to enroll for these courses. So you please decide what works best for you. Nevertheless, I will provide one very important tip here, okay? Whichever course you would like to enroll for, please check the public reviews from students of that course in detail before you decide to sign up for that course. As per my experience, reviews on Udemy are verified reviews, just like Amazon, so they provide you a more accurate understanding of the feedback for a course rather than reviews published on self-managed company-owned web pages. So please keep that in mind before you select a course. Right. So now looking at this entire spectrum for our cost estimate, let us try to be cost efficient and consider one of these courses on Udemy as an optimistic estimate and a full-fledged live classroom course as our pessimistic estimate. If you're liking this video, guys, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel. It will help me understand that you value such type of content, and it will motivate me to shoot more such videos like this, which will help you for your PMP exam preparation. Now let's move on to the next phase of our PMP exam certification process, which is monitoring and controlling. Now here, you need to monitor and control your preparation using practice tests, right? Because the more you practice with PMP style questions, the better control you will have in your preparation. Now in this phase, there is only one critical item which will impact your overall budget, and that is to choose the right practice tests or mock simulators for your PMP exam. Please note that a good part about these high value instructor led courses is that they provide you with ample practice questions, so you may not need other practice tests if you are already enrolled in one of these big ticket courses. However, for our scenario of cost calculation, since we have considered a Udemy course to complete our 35 PDUs, there is definitely a requirement to get a good question bank to practice from. Now, when we talk of question banks or mock simulators, guys, there is again a broad range to select from. Of course, there is my own PMP exam mock simulator on Udemy, which is a very highly rated course among students, and many PMP aspirants like you have passed their PMP exam with the help of these practice tests. So you can definitely check them out. However, there are other instructors as well on Udemy whose practice tests are also well designed. Again, study the reviews and choose what works best for you, okay? The costs for these mock simulators will be a tad less than the 35 PDU courses, okay? So let's assume that you end up spending $15 to $20 here to purchase a good mock simulator on Udemy. Now here, I would recommend a very important resource of practice questions for your PMP exam, which is the PMI Study Hall. So PMI Study Hall is a repository of PMP style questions directly from PMI. So it should be one of your key resources during the monitoring and controlling phase of your exam. PMI Study Hall has a subscription based model. So for a 3 months access to the base version, you pay $49, and for the plus version, you pay $79. Now, I believe, guys, that you should not cut corners here and try to go for the plus version when you are preparing from PMI Study Hall. However, please make sure that you have enough time built into your study plan to complete all the resources which the PMI Study Hall Plus version provides in its platform. Now, if you are short on time, you can still go for the base version. For PMI Study Hall, there is a bit of watch out that you need to know, okay? While the questions of PMI Study Hall are fairly representative of the actual exam, the answers and explanations within this platform are not that great, okay? Often, they are quite short and unclear, which might confuse you sometimes during your exam preparation. And you often will need to assess the logic of a right answer or a wrong answer yourself. Also for PMI Study Hall, there is no instructor sitting behind the platform to clarify your doubts and concerns, which is something that you would definitely get in Udemy courses, okay? However, I do believe that the PMI Study Hall is a good resource and it should form a part of your exam preparation. Now, going back to our cost estimate, let's include PMI Study Hall as one of our key resources and include the $79 as a 3-month subscription plan to the Plus version. Now, within this range, you can scout the market and find other practice tests as well. But please make sure whichever ones you choose, you complete them along with the detailed analysis. I have spoken about the importance of analysis of practice tests during your PMP exam preparation in this video. And finally, the closeout phase. Now here in the closeout phase, there shouldn't be very high cost items associated with your exam preparation apart from the transportation costs, exam logistics cost, or work from home setup if you are writing the exam from home. I am putting a range estimate here from $15 to $25 to account for that. So with that, we get an overall estimate of the cost associated with your PMP certification process. Now as you see, guys, I have used the 3-point estimation technique for the PMP exam syllabus to provide you with the most optimistic, most probable, and most pessimistic scenarios. And this is how you put what you learn during an exam preparation in real life as well. Because I hope you know that the 3-point estimation technique is one of the topics from the PMP exam syllabus. I hope you like the video, guys. If you do, please press the like button and I'll see you soon again in another video like this on this channel. Bye bye and have a nice day.